Hey there, makeup aficionados. I'm Alikona Bradford, Los Angeles makeup artist, and I'm back again to give you more tips and tricks. This time we're going to do some light contouring on a gentleman. You may recognize him. He's a fabulous host. He's also on RuPaul's Drag Race. But sometimes if you guys want to look, not that you're looking pretty, but if you have some commercial work to do, or if you do want to look pretty, you can figure out how to chisel your cheekbones, all kinds of really cool stuff. So let's get started with this makeup right away. I'm going to turn on my lamp, light him real nice so you guys can see him. We've already moisturized Jason, so we're going to start with the contour first. I'm going to turn your head to the side. So we want to find the cheekbones. You just feel right in this area. And then you'll use a really dark contour just to draw out where you want it to go in. And I've said this many a times, dark pushes back and light pulls forward. So what we're doing...
It tickles!
My model is fired. So I'm going to draw the basic line out for you first, and then I'll blend it in. That way you can at least see placement. I'm going to do this side slow, and then we'll speed up the second side around. So you can see exactly where I'm drawing it in, turn to the side all the way. So carving it out almost like a C or a V, and then underneath, look straight ahead. We're also going to thin out his nose, even though his nose is beautiful.
You're saying I have a big nose?
Not at all! Alright, and then we take it right into the bridge. We don't need to really bring the bridge of his nose too close. So now you can see where everything is at. Now let's go in with a lighter color. A little bit of a red undertone. For most darker skin, even though he is very yellow complected, pink tends to look a little bit more flattering. So we go pink, just a hair of yellow. Yellow I like to do over the pink so it doesn't look ashy, because yellow on the skin right away can have a tendency to do that. So this is the placement of where it's going to go. He looks a little crazy. Just make him walk the red carpet like that. You're like, no thank you. Okay, so now we're gonna buff it in. And again, this is gonna be a pretty quick and simple makeup, so guys, no excuses as far as time is concerned. And right now I am using a part synthetic, part natural hair bristle brush. So it's gonna buff everything really, really nicely. In fact, Jason, can you turn to the side so they can see what I'm doing? Going in a circular motion and then blending it down.
Tickle, tickle. I'm sorry.
Okay. So again, in a C motion, I'm going to grab a clean brush just to buff out some of the excess color so it's not too super noticeable. Because again, we're not going for like a really makeup look, we're just going out for structure. Now we'll pat the lighter color. And then we'll do some of the contouring with powder too. I like to use powder, that way I have a bigger range in color. You can use concealer or you can use foundation as well to contour. Right now I'm using foundation. This is called Matchmaster. It's made by MAC. And it does kind of simulate what his natural skin tone is to an extent. Alright, so I want to warm him up a little bit. Add some NW in there so that way he's not looking rich.
What's NW?
NW is a pink undertone, pinkish red, so it warms the skin, whereas yellow is considered a cool tone. Alright. So we've got the wet part pretty much down. I'm going to start using a powder to contour out. That's where we're going to really see the contour. And again, going in with some really dark shades, which I'll show the names of everything later on. And because Jason is a little bit deeper in skin tone, we'll actually go into some eyeshadows, some brown shadows with a red undertone. So this is like our medium tone. And this is my red brown, which is just showing as a dark shadow. And that's the whole object of what we're doing, is creating shadows. Camera tricks. It's all about those camera tricks. So just going in between a circular motion and a sweeping motion, and that's C. Taking it back into his hairline. Gentlemen, if you really want to darken that hairline, you could actually go in with a dark, like a black-brown powder. Always adding comedy to the tutorial.
I know, I'm sorry, I'm tickled.
Very lightly. Side of the nose. It's a little bit harder for me to see from this side because I am not seeing the front view. So I'll have to go back and double check my work. Then taking it again into his hairline. We don't want it to be noticeable that he's wearing makeup, so you have to really work it into the hair. And then we'll go back and fix it. Hands. Not that that's hard to do, because he's already handsome. Red first, and then yellow after. So I got that in. Let's go for our yellow. You have to be very careful. You don't want to do too much with the yellow either. Just barely. So now I'm going to go back and blend that in so it's not as prominent. So I'm taking a clean brush and then just blending everything. Alright. So now I'm going in, I'm mixing some of this dark foundation with the lighter foundation so I can soften up the dark contour so it's not as much of a line. And then just tapping it on. This is a very lightweight foundation, so it's not going to look heavy and cakey. I'm going to face you to me just a little bit so I can see. So just filling it in a manly way. I'm just using a deep brown. Don't want to go black, it's going to look way harsh. It just gives them a little bit more definition. It fills in the sparse areas. You could even do a little bit of a clear mascara on the brow to hold them in place if you have really bushy brows. And the same thing for the hairline. If I really wanted to, I could go in with an eyeshadow. And I could fill in the hairline. And I could darken it up. Just to give them that real nice clean fade, gentlemen. Ladies, obviously, you don't need to do that. But you ladies can use the same technique on yourself as far as contouring goes, the placement of the contouring, knowing what parts to put the dark and the light color. You could also do this for your mustache goatee. So I'm going to do the other side and hop on the other side. We're going to speed through it, but that way you can see what the final product is going to look like when we're all said and done. Complete product. You can see he's nice and sculpted out, both sides looking really nice and contoured, but not heavily made up. So if you ever have a commercial job, pictures, or you just want to look nice, this is a great tutorial to follow. Ladies, you can follow it as well. It's the same idea, same concept as far as the structuring goes. Thank you guys for joining us. You can follow me anytime at Kiss My Passport on Twitter, or find me on Facebook and Tumblr at Alikona Bradford. We'll have a new video out for you every Thursday, so be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.